Welcome into this episode of the Bass Pro Shop's Fisherman's Handbook. On today's show, we'll be heading to ICAST in Orlando, Florida, to learn about some of the latest and greatest products to be introduced in the fishing and marine industries. We start by going out on the water to learn about several awesome new items from Garmin.
Hi, I'm Dave Dunn with Garmin at ICAST 2025, and we're here to talk about a couple new products that we're debuting here that we're super excited about. The first is the Force Current Kayak Trolling Motor. It's the first trolling motor from Garmin that's designed specifically for kayaks. And what's unique about this motor is it's a brushless motor, so you get better efficiency, you get better power, longer run times on the water. The wireless foot pedals are revolutionary with this motor, and what's unique about them, yeah, wireless is cool, but it works almost like a zero-turn motor, so you have articulation that you just don't get anywhere else. But you have these nice buttons on the side, again, hands-free, you just use your foot. That gives you anchor lock, you just click it over, and it also gives you heading hold. So if you want to stay on that spot, easily click it with your foot or not. If you want to heading hold, you have one on your left foot, you just click that and it'll heading hold where you want to go. Super cool control with wireless foot pedals that are revolutionary to the Force Current. So with a Garmin watch, the Aquatics, you can wirelessly connect to both the Ultra 16 and the Force Current, and you can actually control your Force Current with your watch. So not only can you control it with your watch, but it comes with a wireless remote that you can control the motor. If you don't have foot pedals or don't want to use the foot pedals, you have the wireless remote. It has gesture steering and complete control. So if you don't want to use the foot pedals, you have the wireless remote. Again, it has gesture, so you can actually point the remote and the boat will actually turn that way. Hits about 5 miles an hour, wide open throttle, so it's super fast. And again, you can get in places that you traditionally wouldn't be able to get in with a trolling motor. So you get the best of both worlds of having potentially a motor on the bow and the stern. So it has a wireless man overboard tag. So you clip it to your life jacket, and the instant you fall over, it breaks connection and it will actually stop the motor. So you can get back to your kayak and get back to fishing. So we're super excited about the Force Current. Check them out on Garmin.com.
Hey guys, Danny Thompson from Garmin Marine down here at ICAST, and I have got the all-new Garmin 16-inch EchoMap Ultra unit here with me. This is going to be a great unit for an addition to your boat with the new 16-inch screen. We all want those bigger screens for our live scope units. You know, one of the features I love about the new 16-inch EchoMap unit is the ability to have the multiple windows here. I've got 6 windows on this screen, so if I were to put this like on the dash of my boat, I'm getting a lot of information in front of me with, of course, the quick ability to make it full screen and go back, which is one of the great features, of course, of the Garmin's having that feature. You know, the other thing is going to be the HDMI out port on the back, which will give us the ability to record and hook into other units and other screens, which is obviously a cool unit as well. And even when we are on our live scope screen here, we're going to have that full HD image, which is just crystal clear, great live scope picture on the 16-inch EchoMap unit. So what's great is when we're on the home, you know, obviously we've got all of our toolbars across the bottom, which makes it very easy. You know, if we want sonar, we click on sonar, gives us all of the different sonar options that unit would be capable of doing. You know, and the other thing is I can save some of these as hotkeys. So whenever I press number 1 on this unit, for example, I've got clear view set. So it brings me to my clear view screen. When I touch that number 2, it brings me to my 6 window combo where I've got a little bit of everything going on that screen. Just brings that usability home, making it a lot more efficient, easier to use while you're out on the water. So if you want to find out more information on any Garmin product, but also the Garmin EchoMap 16-inch unit, go ahead and check them out on Garmin.com.
It's time now for our first break in the show. When we return, we go over to the Power Pole booth and meet up with Chris Lane as he shows us some of the great boat control items and onboard charging systems they have to offer. Don't go away. To see more great content and take your fishing skills to the next level, subscribe to the Fisherman's Handbook YouTube channel. Here you'll find how-to videos, product features, and in-depth breakdowns that'll help you catch more fish. Just scan the QR code on the screen now and subscribe.
Well, we are here, ICAST 2025 in the Power Pole booth, and what we're going to do today is go through all the products that Power Pole is coming out with now and what they've come out with in the past. So we're actually pretty lucky because we got Lucas right here, and he's going to talk about the new Vision. The Vision is a 7 and a 12-inch unit that goes on the front of your boat or the back.
Yeah, the Vision really is your phone reimagined for on the water. So the things you love about your phone, your connectivity, your camera, ability to, watch things, share things. Well, we've really taken this and made it into a sunlight viewable screen. We get an action camera, you got your speaker, microphone built in. So for anglers, you have the best mapping you can get. 3 million apps that are on the Play Store, so you can get whatever map that you need for the area you're fishing, plus high resolution satellite mapping and the ability to go use Google Earth. Look at those historical maps, find the lakes when they're at the lowest level, and really give you an advantage when you get to the water. So, and it's also fun to use. Entertainment, you can stream your sports, you can stream cartoons, keep you out there with the kids longer. But yeah, this is new for Power Pole, and of course you get all the Power Pole control through our Power Pole app. So. And
the one thing I think that you said about this that was really cool to me was when you get the glare that's coming off of the sun, and your phone's not, your phone will overheat if it sits out there. It's not waterproof, it'll fall in the water. This mounts on your boat, gives you all the Google apps, lets your kids watch TV, lets them play with their apps, but you've got the adjustment to where you can put it in and out depending on where the sun is located.
That's right, yeah, we have a patented, it's Vision Enhanced, so it actually will brighten the screen and allow you to really pull out those contours, see that information, even in direct sunlight.
Yeah, Lucas, thanks so much. What a lot of information to gather from the Vision, something that I definitely want on my boat. Let's go check out the rest of their new products. Of course, and now where it all started, the shallow water anchors. Of course, they continue to innovate, continue to make them the best they can be, the best shallow water anchor on the market, and the only one that you ever want to get. They've also come in with the new micro that they've got for kayak fishermen and little small john boats that help you stop your boat. Power Pole really gives you control of your boat, and that's what they designed to do. Of course, another amazing product that Power Pole has innovated, the only and the first ever world bi-directional charger. It's got emergency start on it, it's charge on the run, it's traditional charging, and it's light, and it's waterproof. It gives you everything in your boat that you need for your power system. That's what it is, a power management station is what I consider it in my boat. When I'm running, I'm charging. When I plug it into the wall, I'm charging. If I get in a bind, emergency start button, hit it, doesn't matter, lead, lithium, gel batteries. You go in and you program this from the app into your boat to the way you want to run, and it's going to be the only charger you'll ever need. So one of the things that Power Pole always does is they're rated #1 in customer service because they care what the people are having to say, right? They care about their products, and for a long time you always heard, can we get one pump? Can we get a one pump to run both poles? Well, they came out with this last year. It's the new Power Pole one pump, runs both of your poles. You hit it up, one pump, both poles, less space, less weight in your boat. Innovation again, Power Pole at its finest. Okay, so there you have it, ICAST 2025 at the Power Pole booth. We went through the products they started with to what they have out that's new. It's called innovation at its finest. It's what Power Pole does. They put you in control of your boat. So if you want more information, go to power-pole.com and you can find out all their products. Their customer service rated #1. So there you have it, Power Pole 2025 ICAST booth. Man, can't wait to see what's coming next.
We've reached our second break in the show. Coming up next on the Bass Pro Shops Fisherman's Handbook, we'll take a look at products from both TH Marine and Engel Coolers that'll help you to be a better angler. Stay tuned for more.
All right, Mitch Anderson here with TH Marine at ICAST 2025, and we've got the new Atlas Edge jack plate. And what we've got here is your same great Atlas jack plate that we had before, that we've had since 2007, but what we've done is we've rebuilt and revamped the motor. So we worked with PowerPole, and they came up with a really super robust brushless motor. And what we have with that is our new Atlas Edge Smart Gauge, and that's really the brains of the operation. So it's a wireless connection between the gauge and the motor on the back of the plate. And what that does for us is it gives us a lot of technology inside that gauge. So what we have is the ability to select from 3 different speeds. So we've got set up right now on our fast speed. We can just hit this button, slowest, medium, fast. And with the Edge, this is now the fastest plate on the market. So getting up and down super quick. So also with the Smart Gauge, you've got your 3 presets. So preset number 1, and you can set these wherever you want, but generally you're gonna have all the way up wherever you wanna run at, and then all the way down. So it gives you the option really quick, getting that plate or that motor in position where you want to operate at. If we go all the way up, the other thing we have here is you can control the plate manually just with these 2 buttons. So you got up and then down, but another feature that the Smart Gauge provides is a double tap, brings that plate all the way down for launch position. You know, with all that, you can recalibrate your gauge, so your gauge is always going to read accurately, and as well as you still have the option to use your blinker trim. So mount it on the steering wheel, hands-free, not moving your hands around as you're driving. But the biggest feature, I mean, we're faster than anybody else on the market, and we're really excited to bring it to you all.
When fishing in saltwater, whether you're inshore or miles and miles offshore, out of the deep blue water, having fresh, lively bait is a key to your success in getting bites. We go now to visit with the team at Engel Coolers to talk about keeping live bait fresh.
I want to introduce you guys, maybe you've seen it, maybe you don't, but one of our most popular products is a aerator system that we've developed, and the little trick that I'm going to show you today is going to help you catch fish, particularly if you want to outfish the guy next to you or you're entering some sort of competition. I'm not talking minnows and I'm not talking live bait fish. This is awesome for that, make no mistake. It's got a removable net, it's got a hose that comes in through the top, it's got a rechargeable air pump on the side. You can adjust the speed and the frequency, and it's almost silent. Literally, you cannot hear it. But the trick to this that I want to explain is about dealing with shrimp and or crabs. Now, most of the southeast of the United States, people fish with shrimp. The key with shrimp is you cannot get that water much above 75 degrees. When you start getting in warmer water, the shrimp are going to die. They just run out of oxygen and they become listless. And you'll see them sitting on the bottom just fanning themselves, just trying to put a hook in them, you throw them out there, they're going to lie on the bottom, they're not going to do anything. When you're able to, it's super important to cool the water down slightly, not super cold, but a little frozen bottle of water with normal water that you can buy at the shrimp shop. Put that frozen bottle of water in there. This is an insulated cooler. It will drop the temperature down, and as a marine biologist, I'm going to tell you a lower water temperature, within reason, greatly impacts the amount of oxygen available in the water. You will see your shrimp being extremely healthy, very vibrant, actually quite difficult to catch. A lot easier with a net. You lift the net out, you grab your shrimp, you'll feel them attacking you in your hand, get the hook in there, and the very first thing you do when you throw it out there, that shrimp is going to be looking for that cold water again, particularly in summertime. He's going to be full of oxygen, his blood is oxygenated, he's full of energy. Put him in the water, you're going to get 4, 5, 7, 10 minutes of very active shrimp movements. That results in a fish just saying, I can't do this, I got it, and you get the bite. It's the same thing with the crab, and I'm thinking particularly in the Keys. The crabs are like shrimp. Any warm water whatsoever is going to just decrease the oxygen level. They become listless, but get them in cooler water and then throw them in. You can't do it with normal minnows because they'll go into a shock. So if you cool the water too much with minnows and baitfish, and you do that, they go into shock, it's not going to work. But with the crustaceans, crabs and shrimp, absolutely it's one of the secret little tricks to catching bigger and more fish that way.
Time now for our final break in the show. When we return to this episode of the Bass Pro Shops Fisherman's Handbook, we'll continue to take a look at great products that'll help you to be a more successful angler. Keep it tuned here for more. Welcome back to this episode of the Bass Pro Shops Fisherman's Handbook, as we continue to highlight great new products from ICAST in Orlando, Florida. Let's check in with the team at Gamakatsu to learn about a new modification you can add to your baits to get more bites.
Hi, Ted from Gamakatsu here. I want to show you something we're really excited about called the One Touch Blade for Treble. So it's a very unique product that allows you to add some flash and attraction to your swim baits, your crankbaits, that type of thing. What it is it's got a small wire that's got a loop on the top of it. And what that does is it goes right through the eye of your treble hook on your bait. And then you take this looped wire and it goes down over the tine of the hook. Then you push this bead, that bead's movable, up against the bottom of the treble hook so that it locks it into place. So when you're done rigging it, this is what it winds up looking like. And so you can see here on the shot, you can see how the wire goes right over the top. There's 3 different sizes, a small, medium, and large. That's designed to be able to fit different size trebles, Gamakatsu treble hooks. So on the back of the packaging, it'll indicate which size fits which treble. And I'm telling you, if you got a swim bait, especially a glide bait, those types of things, it gives that flash and vibration you're looking for. It just gives it something different for the fish to see and really seems to work well. So you got to check this out. There's a willow leaf and a Colorado blade style, both in gold and nickel. So we've got a wide variety of these. You've got to check these things out because they work really, really well.
From hooks at Gamakatsu, let's move on over to baits with SPRO. Professional angler Drew Cook debuts a new soft plastic bait he helped to design.
All right guys, Drew Cook, we're here at ICAST. I want to talk to you about a new bait from SPRO that me and Drew Benton designed. It's called the Surface Swimmer. This is a bait that we're going to have rigged up all times of the year, but especially during the spring, whenever we're around any grass or pads, stuff like that, looking for bed fish, blind casting it, throwing it, buzzing it around on the surface. That's why it's called the Surface Swimmer. This tail gives it a nice good blooping sound. The wide body lets it come through pads and Kissimmee grass, stuff like that very well. But as you can see, this head design, it'll actually give it a very good head shaking action. And when you want to throw it on a swim jig, you know, we've been cutting down our swim baits just a little bit. All you have to do is pinch this head off. You lose a ½ inch. It fits a swim jig just perfect where they get it all the way in your mouth. Really looking forward to these, and they are both infused with that squid scent. So when they bite it, they're going to hold on to it. You're going to make sure you get good hook sets. I'm really looking forward to getting these in y'all's hands in 2025.
To round out this episode, we venture on over to the Beatdown Outdoors booth. Professional angler Jeremy Lawyer breaks down a mount that'll help you better control your transducer.
I want to show you a brand new mount for your forward-facing sonar from Beatdown. This is the zero-in mount, and what it allows you to do is have everything right here with the turn of a knob to where you can put this exactly where you need it. When you loosen that, you get 5 degrees of adjustment with every click. Normally what would take place is you'd get somewhere between 10 and 13 with other products. Beatdown has fine-tuned that, so when you set that wherever you might need it, you tighten it up. One of the coolest features of this mount is totally toolless. Once you mount it on this shaft on your boat, wherever it might be, whether it's a pole or a shaft of a trolling motor, it's toolless to remove. You can turn around, turn it all the way back to perspective mode, no tools needed. Just something that really allows you to fully customize it, and then if you feel like you're in shallow enough water, you need to move that down a fuzz, or you're getting too much, you need to move it up 5 degrees once again. Just a really customizable, brand new mount for your forward-facing sonar from Beatdown, the zero-in mount.
That'll conclude this episode of the Bass Pro Shops Fisherman's Handbook. We hope that you learned about great new products that'll help you on your next fishing adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. This has been a Carico TV production.